Good day, everybody, and welcome to another opportunity for us to learn together when it comes to work integrated learning. This is another 101 workshop, but specifically, this is about practical applications for creating job descriptions. Thanks a lot for making the time to be here. And over the course of the next 18, 19 minutes, we'll be able to put some thoughts together and some opportunities to walk away with some new learning. But before we do that, I would like to acknowledge the land on which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. Thank you. Today, I am joined once again by my colleague, Jose. But before I hand it over to Jose, a little introduction for myself. My name is Jason John. My personal pronouns are he, him. I'm the Assistant Director for Employer Relations and Marketing here at the University of Toronto Mississauga's campus's Career Center. Jose, over to you.
Thank you, Jason, and thank you all for viewing this workshop. My name is Jose. My personal pronouns are he, him. I am a team member of the UTM Career Center, and I support the team in the role of Business and Operations Coordinator.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Jose. Appreciate that. Well, folks, for today, what we're hoping you'll gain in the next 15 minutes or so is the following outcomes once you walk away, which is understanding the principles of work integrated learning. We'd like to have you be able to walk away understanding how to draft job postings that align with work integrated learning principles. We want to be able to connect the job postings to academic learning and skills. And last but not least, help explain how will positions help students develop transferable skills. While you see the agenda on the screen, there's a number of things that we will get through over the course of the next few moments, but we're excited to be able to present this to you. So let's just jump right into it and get a better understanding of work integrated learning principles. I'm going to pass it over to Jose to help us out with this one.
Thank you, Jason. So a question that we often ask ourselves when we're starting to think about work study positions is the concept of work integrated learning. So what is work integrated learning? Work integrated learning is an educational approach that blends academic learning with hands-on work experience. It's more than just a job. It's a structure opportunity for students to apply classroom knowledge in a real world setting with intentional learning outcomes. Now, work integrated learning has a set of principles. Integrated learning experiences align them with academic curriculum. The idea is to clearly define learning outcomes when we are working with students, create, foster a mentor-mentee relationship. We know that work integrated learning is, or work study positions are about work. And of course, there's a supervisory component, but we also should bring into the table the idea that we are role models and we are mentors to our students. So in this is connected also with the process of reflection. All educational process, the opportunity for us to learn and acquire new knowledge goes hand in hand with the process of reflection and offering feedback. So it's very important as we go through this to understand how students through our work integrated learning opportunities in the form of work study positions are going to offer this opportunity for learning, for setting learning goals. And of course, the idea is bring in into focus the career development aspect, because all these experiences that students are going to have, they are also going to be intentionally acquiring, developing career skills that can be transferred into the future job opportunities. Now, these principles ensure that the experience is educational and not just another work. When we think about connecting job postings to academic learning, think about, be explicit about the skills and knowledge that students are going to gain. Describe how tasks relate to academic concepts. Include details about the mentorship process. How are you planning to do this supervision? How are you planning to help students acquire new skills? What sort of guidance are you going to offer? And of course, highlight how the roles supports their career growth. To help you get started, we have provided sample job postings and a checklist that aligns with work integrated learning principles. You can access them at the link that it's been offered here in our slides, or scan the QR code. These resources are designed to make the process easier and more effective. Now back to you, Jason.
Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. And those were very useful insights and things to think about. And as we get to that point about thinking about some of those ideas and concepts that Jose has shared with us, we've come to the point where it's an opportunity for us to think about what Jose just shared with us. There is a number of wonderful examples and concepts that he helped us think about. But let's apply that as supervisors and think about what he just shared. So here's some reflection questions you may want to use as you think about your own job descriptions that you're creating. How has your understanding of work integrated learning evolved through this session? Are there some things that you've now are able to take away because of newfound learning? Is there something about work integrated learning that you didn't think about prior to this point that you can apply as you move forward? What strategies can you use to ensure students are supported in connecting their work experience to academic learning? I think that's the biggest thing that Jose was talking about, right? When we think about this era of work integrated learning, it's all about taking that foundational theoretical knowledge that students are gaining in a classroom and offsetting it into a practical experience outside of the classroom. And so how do you tie that together? How do you manifest that through your job description as you put it through the work study program? Last but not least, what skills do you want students to develop through your work study opportunities? Really think about that one, because that is going to be a key factor as you review your job description. Don't just review it once or twice, and don't just have your eyes on it. Maybe there are colleagues or peers, maybe there's others across the campus who hire for similar roles. Maybe you just want to have them take a quick look at it and say, yeah, are there any certain skills that I'm not thinking about that students are gaining from the exposure of this work study opportunity that I'm offering? And perhaps you want to align that or even highlight that a little further into your job description, so that that just elevates where you're at right now with what you've got. So hopefully those are some reflection questions that you can use as you're going through this job description creation process. As always, our good friend Jose does a lot of deep insight and research into ensuring that you are prepared for building out a great opportunity for a student. And while this is a competitive process, what Jose has done here is pull together some resources to aid you as you build out your job description. And I think the first one is probably a really good one, which is Canada, which is an organization not for profit that oversees a lot of work integrated learning programming that's provided not only by employers but to the universities and colleges that support And so that's a great link to be able to think about how do you write a work integrated learning job posting. While there's other resources that are available before you, feel free to take a look at those as well. And of course, here within the University of Toronto, our colleagues from right across the Tri-Campus have put in a lot of effort to create work study materials for you, the supervisor. So feel free to take advantage of the hyperlinks that are there before you and dive deep into something as simple as that work study job checklist. Right? It's a great way for you to start checking off and just side by side comparisons of what you created to what that checklist is looking for. All right, folks. Well, as we wrap up and come to the conclusion of this workshop, we thank you for taking the time to be with Jose and myself. As always, if you need any help, feel free to reach right across the Tri-Campus to your local work study supporters who would be able to help you out with any questions you have. And before you, we've shared the email addresses for all three campuses. But in case you want to reach out to Jose or myself directly, feel free to reach out to the workstudy.utm at utoronto.c email address. And we're looking forward to be able to work side by side with you and support you through this iteration of the work study program. So on behalf of Jose and myself, thank you so much. Have a fantastic day, and we'll see you all soon. Bye now.